We're at a KOA campsite this morning in Buffalo, Wyoming. As soon as you get your work done, we can go do the fun stuff. Were you nervous?
Yeah.
We're at a KOA campsite this morning in Buffalo, Wyoming. It's a really nice campsite. It's kind of an upgrade from the last one that we were at. There's a lot more for kids to do here. There's a pool, there's a lot of outdoor games.
And huge chess.
Huge chess game.
Like plastic. This huge.
But this morning, I was going to show how we're doing school while we're on the road. It's definitely a little more challenging to get the kids motivated to do their work, but we're trying to power through and just say that
Sunday,
it's
Mom,
required.
No school.
It's Tuesday, actually, Dane. You know, say that as soon as you get your work done, we can go do the fun stuff. So it has to happen, and we're staying on it as much as possible. We're using a lot of what we're learning on the road in order to supplement like geography, history, nature, and things like that. But I wanted to show what we're gonna do this morning is their morning menu.
Forever.
The weather, their address, what day it is. This is their classical conversations memory work. We're starting week 2. And so I'll play the audio portion that goes along with this, and it's just memorization as far as history, math, Latin, and that sort of stuff. And then they over here they copy their Bible verse, and that also supplements as handwriting practice for them. And then we have a song and poetry, and then we have our geography on the back. So if nothing else, if we get this done in the morning, then I feel like we're pretty good to start the day. And then we also break off into their individual math and language arts work. This is a little flyer that we got from Wall Drug, and initially I just thought it was like a little advertisement, but this morning I'm going to read to them. It's actually got a full history of Wall, South Dakota, the city, tiny city, and the history behind the drugstore in Wall Drug. And it was really well written, so I thought that would be a good thing to read to the kids this morning, kind of as their history. We're just going to use the campsite. We have some friends that are staying here from Georgia, and the kids are looking forward to tubing in the river and using the pool and playing outside. So that'll be our day today.
And they know what happened.
Tell the story. So Dane is doing a retell of a little story that we just read.
Ants are eating this sticky stuff.
Okay, so they took the biggest loaf.
They took the biggest loaves, and the little girl took the littlest piece. Took an eighth of the piece of bread, and that eighth had like these big silver chunks of money in there.
Wyoming. Buffalo was a 2-night stop. It was a super cute town. It has like 5,000 people in the town, but everyone we met was incredibly nice. The place we stayed was a KOA. Highly recommended. It was really clean. They had a great family that ran the place, and they were just on top of things, and we wish we could have stayed longer there. But Buffalo, Wyoming is a great stop if you're on the way to Yellowstone. Let's see your shark tooth, Ivan.
My shark tooth?
Yeah, hold it up. Oh, Libby!
Do I have a deal? I have a deal.
So colorful.
You have a deal? Is that
That
mine?
is awesome. What do you got over
that
here,
mine?
Dane? You got a shark tooth too?
I got a shark tooth.
We're going through the Bighorn Mountains right now. It's just outside of Buffalo, Wyoming. We're going through the southern portion, which is supposed to be a lot easier to tow an RV across. And you can see the snow-capped mountains in the background. This is our first time driving across a big mountain range like this. And we researched the best route to get to Cody from Buffalo, and this was the best route, even when towing. It's been okay so far, but we were definitely working to get up the hill. Good luck, buddy. Nerve-wracking. That was our first time going through a big mountain range. Ivan did great. Were you nervous?
Yeah, what makes you nervous is going up the hills and the temperature of your transmission. So lucky for me, this truck comes equipped with an app that tells me not just the temperature of the engine, but the temperature of the transmission. So the whole time that we were climbing, I was monitoring that. The transmission got up to around 210. Was like the average, but there was times where it got up to like 220, 225.
What should you not go?
The transmission cooling system is scheduled in order to like kick on. For my specific truck, it's at 210 degrees. So you wouldn't want it to go too much over 210. If it goes up to 220, 225 for a short period of time when it's really working, that's okay, as long as it comes back down under that threshold pretty quick. On the way down is brakes. We went from 10,000 feet to, I don't know where we're at right now, maybe like 4,000?
4 or 5 maybe.
Okay, yeah. So we went down 5,000 feet, give or take, right? So if I was to ride the brakes, I would have fried my brakes coming down that mountain. They would have caught on fire. Both the brakes of the truck and the trailer brakes on the trailer. I put it into the manual setting to keep it either in a third gear or a fourth gear, depending on like the speed that I wanted to be in. Going around like hairpin turns, I had it in the third gear. If we were going out straightaways, I had it in the fourth gear. And doing that, I hardly touched my brakes at all coming down the mountain. Those are the things that work for me. I'm glad we're at the bottom, and one less thing to worry about. There's So there'll be many
It was
more things to
beautiful,
worry
though.
about as we go from here forward. But check that box.
And that was supposedly, that was the recommended route for towing anything. The other route